Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. We've got our little nook in the corner over here. We're quite happily plodding away, just looking to build up our incoming resources so that we can work our Empire engine up slightly, I think. I'd like to get our consumer goods production going up a bit so that we can then take a place like Valdus Prime and really start pushing for more research that's going on. So right now we've got like the clone vats going in, but there's plenty more buildings that we can do. We've got lots of jobs available, loads of archaeo engineers. We're going to start populating them, and those are going to take consumer goods. Just out of nature of what they are. So our plan right now, if you can call it that, is to build an affluence emporium on Seldis. That's going to help out a little bit. It will probably be worth us building a little something before then, just so that we've got some more consumer goods coming in. So let's just very quickly get another civilian industry going over here. Because right now there's no available jobs on this planet, which is not a great place to be. We've still got plenty of population available. We've got a medical center. Well, actually, we could potentially repurpose that. But regardless of that, we're going to want more civilian good production coming in. And as long as we've got the minerals, there's no reason for us not to be having those. Let's unpause and pick things back up where they were. So we're looking to save up a whole bunch of alloys and a whole bunch of rare crystals. There's our colonial bureaucracy. That gives us base intel level against other empires. What are we going to push for next? We could build heritage sites and kind of lean into our Unity generation. They're like the monuments we've got. They're probably an upgrade for the monuments, actually. I think they are. Let's do that, and we'll see if those are just like easy upgrades for the Unity. So the Unity that we've got as a whole, it's going to be 53 months before we can do something else. Adopting another tradition isn't going to make a huge difference at this point, but it's still nice to have the option available to us. I do not envy the Royal Pious Alliance for having surrounded the Jax Tybot continuance. When that thing goes, and it will go at some point, it's not going to be pretty. Yeah, the Valkylians have ended their rivalry with us. The overtures that I made to peace a couple of episodes back might actually be having an effect. And that reminds me, I think we have an envoy. Yeah, we've got an envoy available. So let's go in against the Chosen, and we'll go espionage. Put you back. Let's see what we can find out. Gain intel and maximum infiltration level. So right now our maximum infiltration level is 40. This is probably worth us doing when we get a bit closer to the higher level. We are a little low on our trade. Let's build up a teeny bit of a buffer just out of sanity's sake.
Research
it looks
complete.
like we're nearly in a place to find out why those people are vanishing. Right, heritage sites are done. Next up, create penal colony? No. Not today. Ancient suspension field. So this is an old technology. Ooh. This is interesting. Large ancient... Right, so any of the ancient suspension field shields, they give shield hit points, great. But the Archaeo engineers give an additional batch of shield hit points because of our tradition. I like these. These are going to take 29 months. But this is a really good use of our society research. 20 months after our bonuses. Love to see it. Our influence is maxed out. That's kind of interesting. There could be a benefit now in us engaging a lot more with either claiming other people's territory or doing various influence-based operations. Where's the Emplar? The Emplar's up here and is doing nothing. Let's put you to use. Come and explore this. And survey round there. We do want you actively working, please. Ooh, the Pious Gaussian Alliance have pledged secret fealty to us.
Council agenda ready.
I'm fine with that. We have an astral action to gain a physics insight. That's giving us extra research. Always do that. Council agenda ready. Infinite opportunities. This is going to give population happiness. Next up, if we pick biomorphosis, it will give us some towards glandular acclimation. I don't think progressive growth is really where we want to go. Chart the unknown and build relations are not hugely useful either. Biomorphosis for right now. And yeah, I want those consumer goods being produced a lot faster. So, sell this. If we do build this, we need just a little bit more, actually. And then we can get that queued up. It is going to give this planet a massive planetary deficit. However, I think it will be worth it. And... Ooh, hold on. Right. Expand this back out. Preaching a radical doctrine of planetary unification, a charismatic leader has appeared on Stard 1. Now, only a small and relatively ill-equipped band of rebels stand opposed to majoritarian rule. We can watch and learn. We can aid the leader, which will take a small amount of resources. We can aid the rebels. Planetary unification is not a terrible doctrine in itself. Now, if it was like full-on authoritarian tyranny, then I might be against it. I suppose the rebels don't necessarily want it, so let's say the rebels. Oh, that's upkeep. That's a lot of investment. Let's watch and learn. $50 metal upkeep for a Bronze Age scenario. That just seems like obscene. If we switch, let's just do it for 1 month. I mean, it looks worse. Like, outright worse doing that. Let's do a leader for a moment, and we'll see what that does on stability and happiness. In the meantime,
special project complete.
The holding pattern, where the people were vanishing, has finally been resolved. Using a residue as a reference, a system-wide scan found evidence of the particles within Russell's moon. The search of the lunar surface revealed a few small airlocks buried under centuries of dust. Inside was an abandoned complex of admin offices, long-range matter transporters, and field manipulator systems connected to a network of highly advanced stasis pods. Frozen in the pods were many individuals, including our missing colonists. There's little doubt that this facility functioned as a prison. We've yet to determine why they were taken there and how we can free them. So that's not really given us much in the way of resolution. Alright, well, I'm going to keep you still in the area. Where is that other rift? Scientists cannot explore the rift while sitting in a council position. Alright, you're not going to explore the rift then. Let's bring you up and explore some of these systems. That'll be fine. And I want to go back to the New World Order. The stability and happiness still hasn't changed. The upkeep is less, though, so we can afford this one. But seeing as it's not really changing anything, I don't know if it's really worth it for us. Let's just watch and learn. And while I think about it, Rillis over here, it would probably be good for us to turn you into some kind of, like, trade place. Just so that we don't have a trade deficit coming in. We can do a mix of commercial zones. And yeah, we could do like 2 commercial zones and 1 civilian industries, and that would keep us easily in enough trade. Just having a quick check of other potential places. that we could build. I think in terms of yeah, in terms of trade, that's the only place that we've got. This is good because we are lacking jobs, so we'll get a bit of trade going here, and then we can decide what to do with them afterwards. So, jobs available, jobs available, jobs available, soon to be many more jobs available. No jobs available right now. I should upgrade each of these. You are primarily a generator world, so we can get more generator stuff going. But we can also probably afford to have some mining districts here. But the specialism's really where things are going to shine. If I build a specialism, energy research support is an interesting idea. But I'd want that to be on a planet that specifically does research. Like, I'd want that to be on Valdus. Valdus, we need to clear some of the blockers. Oh my god, Valdus is amazing. So if we do this, it unblocks the industrial sector. Which I'm assuming is... Ah, no, we're going to need the massive solar array. Or the ancient reactor pits. Well, the ancient reactor pits are better, because that gives us more generator districts. Okay. Flooded reactor pits. That's going to allow us to build a generator here. Which in turn will allow us to build specialization, which will allow us to do energy support and other things. So that's all good. That's enough investment in Valdus for right now. So what are we going to do on Makora? Getting this built is going to be fine. I think we probably need more civilian industries, even though you're a generator world. You know what? Let's just get the energy generation specialism for right now. I need just a little more, so just buy that and get that queued up. Far from a conspiracy, our missing colonists were imprisoned because of a glitch. A computer error reactivated the prison's aging transporter system and randomly identified our colonists as guilty. The facility's architects used pods for both prisoner storage and re-education. Freeing our people was relatively easy, but many original prisoners are still stuck in stasis fields. It should be possible to release them, although the lack of prison records means we cannot know the full extent of their criminal pasts. Alternatively, we could restore the prison, giving special wardens control of the transporter system. This is interesting. A stasis prison. As much as we are Xenophiles with no way of knowing who is there, having a bunch of stasis warden jobs is probably going to be fine. Yeah, a useful device for wayward colonists. It does feel a bit unethical, maybe? Oh, death of a great leader at the age of 95. Ministry of Defense, nice cracker, who served the Empire for 59 years, has passed away. We can definitely spend. Let's plan a grand parade. A huge parade of troops and a flyover by naval forces marks the arrival of Asqua's casket at its final resting place. His body was fired into the nearest star during a society-wide broadcast. The departed leader's personal strategies and logbooks will become part of the curriculum for the next generation of cadets. A worthy send-off indeed. This means that we have an open council position for Minister of Defense. Do we put Zondar back on the council? I mean, we can. It's going to cost us a little more in ship upkeep, but I think given Zondar doesn't have an age, and this instantly gives us a benefit. Yeah, it counteracts the downside and reduces our starbase upkeep and army upkeep. So you're giving us 10% extra research speed, which is great, but not much else in terms of council worth. None of these are council traits, so that's no use to us. We could hire someone specifically for the council. That is another option. And it looks like none of these have got council traits available for them. So right now, the best person for the job is the one that we have. And they're not going to refresh for a while. I do like that we're getting erudite leaders. We could take Rhizome, who's going to live a long time. But no, we'll keep it as is. Right, Cobalt, I need to move you off my desk slightly so that I can resume. And we'll unpause and see where we're going.
Handshake protocols activated.
They are proposing a non-aggression pact. Well, we could accept it. We're not exactly low on influence. So, sure. Non-aggression pact. I'm not planning on doing any aggression. We found beta aliens all the way up here. Oh, this looks a bit nasty. Interesting. Let's assign our resident spy master. Speaking of resident spy masters, on Stad, I wanted to see how our espionage is going. So we're almost maxed out. The placing advanced knowledge is ticking along slowly. Yeah, Seldis has unemployed populations as we expected. Right, I did say we were going to do the upgrades to the heritage sites, so let's pay for those and get them queued up. How much are they going to cost each? 600. It's probably better for us to do these heritage sites everywhere except on the home world. Although it's not bad. It doesn't actually increase the resources that it's taking. It just gives us more for what we're already spending. And we'll get that one queued up. So that's all of Sheltered Reach done. We can get another hyper relay building. Is the one done here? Yes, it is. So let's go up here. And the question is, do we also go sideways / like down towards this front line? I think we probably should. Certainly to Pollux. We are getting a decent number of rare crystals in.
Research complete.
Lovely. What have we got? Subspace sensors. That's going to allow us to build black hole observatories. That's a worthwhile use for our wayward construction ship. If we go for quantum energy states, we just get flat more credits. That's great. That's fine. Doesn't feel like it leads to anything. Oh, it does. It leads to applied superconductivity. Let's go for the quantum relations annex instead. I think that's going to be of more direct use to us. Just sell a few goods just so that we've got that little bit of buffer on the trade window right now. Oh my god, I didn't even see that there was a slave market. Yeah, we are not going to trade in people like that. That is not who we are. It seems that our scientist friends on the partner planet have made several new and insightful breakthroughs in cloaking. They want us to cease our current first contact procedures. But that would give us advanced cloaking field 70%. That's huge. I don't mind about those beta aliens. Fine, we will comply with that. That is well worth us doing. You're kind of stuck, so you're going to have to just wait there. It's a bit of a shame, but it seems it didn't matter. Although their dwellings on habitat stations would suggest an advanced society, Envoy Grimadine Bar is unsure whether we're indeed dealing with an intelligent life form. They seem unremittingly hostile, so much so that a stable society seems almost unthinkable. Even during our brief period of investigation, we've observed several displays of pure barbarism. They seem to have a language, but our linguist is still working on deciphering it, so we can make sense of the display. Well, I did say about potentially building black hole observatories. And I'm pretty certain we had a black hole in our... Maybe no, we don't. There's one there. And there was another down here. Maybe we didn't have one in our empire. Oh no, we did. There it is. So you're currently building that hyper relay. I could have sworn that research was going to allow us... Ah, it's a starbase building. Specifically in a place with a black hole. So if we upgrade the starbase here, we can build one. Now this is going to be worth it for us. Our physics research is 286. That's going to give us 15, which is... it's pretty good. It's about 5% boost just for being it. And then it might get modified by our Empire modifiers on top. I would love it if it was engineering research, because we're a bit low on that right now. But this is a good place for us to do it. War crimes. Battles rage on Star 1 where pro-unification and rebel forces continue to tear one another to pieces. In this struggle, no weapon or tactic is off limit, and atrocities are being committed on both sides. Well, it's adding to the devastation on the world. That's not great for them. And we've got another leader die. Oh no, Xenophile at the age of 121. Wow. So our great scientist Xenophile has passed away while in service to the Empire. People clamour for a memorial service to honour the great leader's contribution. Let's let the masses mourn. Xenophile has been laid to rest following a public procession. Every citizen of our union was invited to pay their respects. The funeral is followed by a week-long festival with no expenses spared. Xenophile's translucent crystal casket is displayed at Sheltered Reach Memorial Site, where the crowds line the streets, hoping to catch a glimpse. It's going to improve our unity, it's going to improve our happiness. But that means we now have need of a new chairman.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
I think we'll abstain from it. There's no good options, really. Leicester Stagg, who is a commander who was previously in charge of the Anvil and Hammer. So we're going to need a new commander, which we'll sort out in a moment. In fact, let's do it now. right now, Zondar is on the other fleet. We could fold the fleets together, but I don't think that's going to make a lot of sense. Because the whole point was to have separate fleets that could do different things. So, who is a good combatant? You're going to live a long time. You're going to live a long time, but you've already got... You already eat 5 consumer goods just for yourself. But you are going to live a long time, and you're going to get more experience. Yeah, let's get Yurishno Palden. Come along and join us. The Astral Rift event Subnautical, where we sent our people out of the ship. Remote tethers were deployed, and we've exited the sphere through the specialized airlock. We each inflated our emergency buoys as briefed, and with surprising speed, our lower densities raised us to the surface. Along the way, the filters on our suit gathered some highly concentrated threads of astral fabric. After our bulky suits pierced through the surface, we discovered we were in fact inside a planetary-sized bubble in the vacuum of space. The Rift Sphere's density was too high to overcome the gravitational forces present here. We've radioed back to the sphere and ordered a short jump near our location. That has worked well. I am so glad that they didn't die horribly. Let's carry on with more Unity-based upgrades.
Handshake protocols activated.
Affluence Emporium is nearly built. Commercial pact? Sure, we can increase the value of our trade network a little bit.
Research complete.
Let me have the there we go. Affluence Emporium has been built. Lots of artisan jobs available. It is going to take a little bit of maintenance, but we've got plenty of resources for that. Our research into ancient suspension fields has completed. This is going to be big for our fleet design, which we should probably take a look at in a moment. Synthetic thought patterns will just give us an additional 5% resources across the board. That's pretty stonking. Let's go for that. 36 months. A worthwhile time investment, I'd say. Let's have a look at our ship designer. So, all the way back at the Corvettes, these shields giving us 125 shields and 0.8 daily regen. Shields go from 250. Doesn't list it. As far as I can tell, it should give us more, but it doesn't list it. I mean, it then has shield hit points plus 150 underneath, but that feels like a really weird way to put it in. So I am curious as to what real effect that would have. I think it should be doing what I think it's doing. How much power does a cloaking field generator take? Too much. Alternatively, we could go for something like auxiliary fire control and just have a bit better chance to hit. Yeah, I'm in two minds. I'm pretty certain that we should be getting 400 from that. And I assume that's going to be after it's built. So we'll go ahead and save and overwrite the designs. And the torpedo boat. Yeah, the crystal infused plating was just extra hull points, wasn't it? Gunship. Evasion goes down ever so slightly. But it's because it takes extra power. For this gunship, however, let's take off the reactors and we'll put on auxiliary fire control. Should improve the chance to hit. It's interesting, we've got accuracy and tracking. This improves the chance to hit, but we don't have a chance to hit stat on the side. So it's a little bit like, where does that sit in the calculations? If I take these off, does the accuracy go down? No, the accuracy is still 90%. Let's just check something with a lower accuracy. Railgun comes in. Railgun 70. No, it doesn't update it on the stat at all. So we'll just have to assume it's going to do what I think it's going to do, and we'll save that. I really hope it does. Picket ship, you are all about the shields. Because this is using point defense, we are definitely going to change it over to auxiliary fire control as well. And then onto the cruisers, the broadside. This is all about regenerative hull tissue, extra hull, extra armor. So nothing really to be done here. The other broadside much the same. Artillery will give you some fancy shields. Save that. And the other one, save that as well. And then our main defense platform. We're going to have a lot of upgrades to do across the board. Ooh, that's a little pricey, but go ahead and get them upgraded. For planting advanced knowledge, we've finally got a little bit of progress. We thought we knew Promethean culture well enough that our operatives would fit into society. But many are struggling. The locals seem to shun them, excluding our agents from social occasions and even some everyday cultural activities. It's getting harder to persuade anyone to include us, let alone execute the goals on Operation Plant Advanced Knowledge. Given the delicate social balance at stake, we should consider our next move carefully. Let's devote more time to studying their culture. Slow things down a bit.
Ships upgraded.
Socketallans want an embassy. Sure, that's gonna help. Anvil and Hammer fleet has been upgraded. Looking nice and fancy. The tip of the spear. That's going to cost a lot more materials than we have right now. With our current, I like that it says with our current income, it will take us this long to get. We can go ahead and do some upgrades though. Influence is maxed out.
Form encountered.
And peace between the Confederated Planets and the nation of Tellus.
Construction complete.
Our upgrade has happened over here. So, shipyard buildings. Black hole observatory. We need a little bit more in the way of metals. Come on, give me just a little more. Oh, as soon as it appeared, it vanished, probably due to maintenance, which is fine. We could spend some of our trade to buy more, but I think it's better to make sure we've got plenty in terms of buffer. So the Black Hole Observatory is going to give us 19.5. 19.5 physics research. When we're currently getting 298. It's a big, big thing. I assume we can only have one of these. When I say one of these, I mean one per starbase. Yeah, let's get more trade. Everyone wants to be friends now that we're in a really strong diplomatic position. Zuchar has leveled up, currently governing Valdus Prime. So we have you mostly there to do the research. Let's have a look at Valdus and see what we're actually producing. We are producing Unity. We're not producing energy. So Unifier could work. You're producing a little bit of trade, so trade focus could also work. Most of the Unity is coming from politicians. And there is no crime at all. Let's go with Unifier. I like the feel of that. And actually, with the little bit of trade that we've got, let's get Sarat building, and we'll get Valdus also building its monument. And that means we've only got these 3 left to do for those upgrades. Which we might be able to afford to do. We can afford one of them. Ah, can't do that until the place has been upgraded. Okay, well, that is an education. Russell has run out of jobs, so we should consider getting more. Russell is primarily an agri world, so we could just get a whole bunch more helping out. That won't hurt. Everywhere else has plenty of jobs. Sarat is also an agri world. But right now, we don't need more farmers here. Because we've got plenty of food. No, we've still got a little bit of time. Still got a little bit of time. I think overall we're keeping up to date with our population and what they need to fulfill themselves. The Enplar, given these people are a little bad, let's give you a new destination for right now. Come and explore over here. And the rest of our ships, I think, are really just kind of waiting around. Each of our construction ships doesn't have a specific task. We can give you something to do, though. Let's survey. In fact, let's do that again. Survey, survey, survey. That will keep you busy, and then we can swing you further across as time needs. Oh, void lurchers. Ugh. Those are pretty nasty. We definitely don't want to go near the wildlings. Okay, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Stellaris. See you soon!